For reaction now, we'll bring our panelists in. Today we're joined by Jack Kingston, former Georgia congressman. Also, Jennifer Kearns is joining us, host of All American Radio. She's a Newsmax columnist and Newsmax contributor as well. And Dino Scaros, presidential historian, immigration attorney, author of this book here on your screen. All right, guys, good to see everybody here. And I'll go straight to Jen Kearns on this. Just your overall thoughts there on what you heard from Carrie, obviously what you've seen in Maricopa County pushing back on these audits. The full report is not out yet. Jen Kearns, your thoughts?
Well, Sean, I was an assistant secretary of state in California, the largest state in the nation, and we had one of the first electronic voting systems over 12 years ago with the Diebold electronic voting system. So all of this is sort of deja vu to me. When you have new voting systems in place and when you have an overwhelming number of provisional ballots and mail-in ballots, as Maricopa County says, they may not have relaxed the signature requirements, but mail-in ballots and provisional ballots inherently have more of a error rate on the signature verification. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, the Trump campaign and his supporters are saying there are 74,000 ballots that are still unexplained. I think that merits some additional investigation. There's also something a lot of folks aren't talking about, and that's the reported 37,000 illegal immigrants who cast a ballot in the Arizona elections. That is illegal to vote in this country if you are not a citizen of the United States. Lastly, I'm really shocked that the Maricopa County officials are opposed to the auditors going door to door to people who did mail in those mail-in ballots to verify if they did, in fact, request those ballots and send those in. This is quite a turnabout, Sean. Most Democrats in recall elections I've done across the country, the Democrats are the ones that want to go door to door and verify. Did you sign this petition? Is this really what you wanted to sign? Did you really understand this? They're doing it in the Gavin Newsom recall. They've done it in several other recalls I've been involved in. This is quite interesting that now that the shoe's on the other foot, they want it the other way around.
Well, it's an investigation being ran, whether you agree with it or not. It certainly is happening. Dino Scaros, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I think back to Bush Gore 2000, and I told a lot of people, I hate to tell you this, but you're never really going to know who won because there are so many problems with elections, and they continue today, 20 years later. I mean, the Trump supporters are hoping that somehow magically this is going to be overturned and Trump's going to be back in the White House. And to Biden supporters, that is their biggest nightmare. But it shouldn't come down to who your favorite candidate is. It's all about the reality that elections are fraught with irregularities. So these audits are good. Nobody wants to be under the microscope, but we need to do this in this country. There are way too many problems. We should not have drop-off boxes. We should not have mail-in ballots. We should not be making it easier to vote. Just like when I was at a White House event about 4 years ago, I had to go through 6 security checkpoints, and that was good. It should not be easy to get into the White House, and it should not be easier to vote when there are so many opportunities to exploit that and create fraud, irregularity, mistake, and so forth. We absolutely need to continue these audits everywhere, and it should not be made easier.
Jack Kingston, drive us home here. About 30 seconds for you.
I agree with all of the above. You know, Sherry Lake is a great, refreshing human leader to take a perspective of, let's do the audit. We do know that the Maricopa County officials and the state elections officials are not helping with the audit. They're not coming forth with all the information that the Attorney General has asked for. If you have nothing to hide, have absolute transparency. I have been on the ballot. I know that there are irregularities with every election, but that's why you need to go in afterwards and do kind of an after-action report to figure out what did we do right, what did we do wrong, what can we do better for the next election. So I agree with Dino. It's not about your guy's got to win, and then we can overturn this. What it's really about is just keeping the system with the highest integrity possible and keeping it away from this partisanship that we always have. But now everybody in America knows where Maricopa County is, and that's not a good thing.
That's what I was pointing out, too. I had no idea. This is a different state, but I'm like, who's Brad Raffensperger? Obviously, everyone knows him in Georgia now. And Maricopa County. Those are the two things that I think all of us have learned from the 2020 election. All right, there's a lot to talk about. We've got a great panelist today. Dino Scaros, thank you so much.